BCS football games on Channel 8, 9, and 10, 11. Then you go down to ESPN, and then you catch 18, and you want to stick to it and see who's on. So, you know, now I know why everybody watches pay TV. You know, years ago, I played basketball at the University of Iowa almost 20 years ago. A lot of people remember me from those years. Me, myself, I like to live in the future. I like to do things now. I like to be known for what I'm doing now. And pay TV is definitely a big part of my life. And the people who work at pay TV have helped me become that person that I am today, more in my professional life. You know, I've started numerous businesses and things of that, and all the resources that I've gotten at pay TV, website help, DVDs, editing. There's even a guy who comes in, Phil, tells jokes. And, you know, in this day and age, you can't get a clean joke, but you can get a clean joke from Phil. It's just a great opportunity. You know, I love to tell people about that I'm on the show. Sometimes I give copies of different people around the show, and they're just amazed that Iowa City can produce top quality content. We have one of the best studios that I've ever seen, and great people here in this room, and I continue to hopefully be a part of it.
Does anyone else wish to make a comment?
Hi, my name is Intisar Duncan, and I am a counselor, work for System Unlimited, and I'm also on the board with our Old Capital Chapter, National Federation of the Blind. And about over a year ago, a friend invited us to come to the PATV to do a show about the blindness, and so we were, because of PATV, we were able to come and talk about different techniques about the blindness and to reach out blind Iowans. You know, we all know that Iowa City, it's a college community, and it's big turnover of people all the time coming and moving, and it was, we came again and we did a different show about just trying to reach any blind Iowan in Iowa City, to tell them that we are there, let them know about the support, the blind skills, how you know, adaptive technology, and it's been wonderful. About 6 months ago, my husband and I decided to take the workshop to be able to produce and program at the PATV, and it was wonderful that opportunity was, PATV was available. And I remember when I came to take the workshop, we were not sure if I'm going to be able to do it because of my blindness. But with the work with Emily and Jamal and Jared, we were able to do adaptive. I was able to use Braille dots to mark some of the equipment. And my husband, he was doing a show, and we were able to use verbal cues, just different. And you know, every time I came, there was some kind of obstacle, and we were able to adapt to it. So I was able to be the director, and he's a producer. So I'm his boss at home, and I'm on the TV. So it's been wonderful, and I know October is coming up soon, and this is Meet the Blind Month, and I'm so glad I'm gonna be able to tell our chapter that I'm gonna invite them to come into the program, and I'm gonna be myself and my husband. We're gonna be able to do the show, to do another show, to meet, to get the community to talk about Meet the Blinds, and tell them about, to reach out more Iowa City blind individuals. Also, I wanted to mention that I had enjoyed, I don't watch TV very much, but whenever I turn the TV on, I always turn it on channel 18, and I notice there's so many programs that I love to watch. And I know several of them were mentioned today, like, for example, Food as Medicine. I mean, that was an unbelievably wonderful show, and we have a couple of friends we know that have been hit by MS, and I wanted to, you know, get more information about that program because it seems it's a wonderful show. Also, we had watched a program about, it was done at Prairie Light. It's storytelling. I was find it to be very enjoyable, and some program about the Art Fest, very entertaining. Also, the Smartest Iowan. I think that is very, you know, it's a contestant. It's kind of like Jeopardy. So there's a lot of wonderful programs on PATV, and if it wasn't for PATV, you know, I don't think I would have been able to reach several blind people in Iowa City. I hope you guys support PATV. Thank you. And I think my husband's next.
My comments have been approved by my director. Like Havasu, I have a new career, which is that I started my education in physics. I was a physics nerd, and I finished in ethics. But while I was a science student, I fell in love with the three laws of thermodynamics. And by the way, I'm the person who wrote the 6th letter and signed it retired professor of business ethics. And if you see someone on TV behind a blue green screen, a blue map sort of, with a big circle and some interesting diagrams, including some Buddhas. And if that person is in shadow and sometimes wearing a jester hat, that's me. Anyway, when I fell in love with these three laws, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could somehow look inside and find three laws of my own internal dynamic, my own thinking process, and so on. And so I began meditating and looking inside. And over the years, tried out different things from my three laws, and eventually, after maybe 30 years, came up with something that I thought was good enough, something I was proud of. Then I determined to change directions and try to share my ideas with other people. I think that I'm a good example of someone who feels that he has something to say, something to share with his neighbors, but has no funds to speak of, and someone who the commercial outlets would not give a second look at. So in the absence of an organization like PATV, I would not have the chance to try to share my views, and my peers would not have a chance to judge for themselves if they're worth anything. So I would just like to thank Josh and his team, every one of whom has helped us greatly. And I would just say in leaving that everyone has a relationship to the topic of self-knowledge, and Iowa City is currently in the forefront of stimulating that kind of self-inquiry. Thank you.
Anyone else who would like to share their comments? Does anyone have anything specific to the contract? Would you like? Sure, we'll recognize Mr. Joshua Goding.
Thanks, guys. I'm Josh Goding, the director of PATV, and thank you to the